because they can't beat me. If they could beat me, they would have went to the polls. But now when I bring the people out, you don't let them in?
We're not your damn subjects. We are your bosses. We are the citizens of Dalton. And you will not continue to treat us like this because you are on.
Tiffany Henyard, the self-proclaimed super mayor, has found herself in the midst of a political downfall that's capturing attention like a Netflix drama. Known for her flair for theatrics, she's now watching her political empire unravel. Tiffany held two major positions simultaneously, mayor of Dalton and supervisor of Thornton Township. But her bid for re-election, the chaotic Democratic caucus process left Tiffany seething when her name was denied a spot on the ballot. In an emotional outburst, she stormed out of the room, shouting, "Illegal!" and was met with applause from her political opponents. The crowd even serenaded her with, "Na na na na, hey, hey, kiss him goodbye," marking a dramatic exit, and they warn they're talking to each other like they disagreed, right? Like it's the rules of the caucus, a process Thornton Township hadn't used in 30 years. In order to qualify, candidates needed a full slate of 8 people covering various township positions. Tiffany's team lacked a certified assessor, which rendered her slate invalid. Seizing the opportunity, State Senator Napoleon Harris, who also happens to be the Democratic committeeman for Thornton Township, made a calculated move. Not only did he set the caucus rules, but he also ensured he became the Democratic nominee for supervisor. This move was seen by many as a power play, with Tiffany's camp calling it unfair and even illegal. As Tiffany's grip on power slips, the drama surrounding her downfall continues to unfold, and it's clear that her reign may be coming to an end. Will she mount a comeback? Or is this the final chapter in her political saga? Only time will tell.
My prime example of people that's puppet masters trying to control.
Tiffany, ever the drama queen, wasn't about to let this go quietly. She accused Harris of orchestrating an unfair process, claiming her supporters, many of whom she transported using township buses, were locked out of the caucus. She labeled it a clear case of voter suppression and vowed to sue everyone involved, declaring, "I will be suing everyone tomorrow." However, here's the twist. The buses she arranged for her supporters reportedly arrived late.
Been a primary, always has been in the history of Thornton Township. Always 10,000 residents come and vote for township.
The caucus itself was a swift 7-minute whirlwind of political maneuvering. Harris's team was pre-registered and seated, while Tiffany's supporters scrambled to get in. By the time the vote concluded, it was clear Harris had the upper hand. He and his slate were nominated, leaving Tiffany with no choice but to run as a write-in candidate if she wanted to keep her supervisor position. But let's be real, how often do write-in campaigns succeed? The cons are certainly not in her favor.
What do you mean? I will be victorious tonight. You will see. My people out here, they're not gonna go no.
For many, it feels like karma is finally catching up to Tiffany. Her tenure as both mayor and supervisor has been riddled with controversy, from lavish spending to questionable leadership decisions. She's faced constant criticism over the years, with accusations that she misused taxpayer funds on luxury trips, meals, and even personal stylists. One shocking report revealed she spent over $43,000 on Amazon in a single day. Yes, you read that right. Then there's the issue of her cancer charity, which was shut down for failing to disclose how it spent its funds. To make matters worse, the FBI has reportedly been investigating her administration for. Another commenter raised a valid point. "I keep missing the reason she's not brought up on charges. With everything that's come to light, it's surprising she hasn't faced more serious legal consequences." Tiffany's leadership style has always been polarizing. While her supporters praise her boldness and confidence, many see her as arrogant and divisive. Her public outbursts, like the infamous village board meeting where she declared, "Like it or not, I am your mayor," only fuel the perception that she thrives on conflict. In fact, some residents have compared her behavior to reality TV villains, entertaining but ultimately destructive. This combative attitude may have alienated her from key political allies, making her loss at the caucus almost inevitable.
We were getting let in at the proper time. We had a caucus, and the people voted for us slated candidates to represent.
Adding to Tiffany Henyard's list of challenges is the ongoing scrutiny of her financial decisions. Critics have pointed out that her lavish spending habits starkly contrast with the financial struggles of Dalton's residents, whose median income is just $24,000 per year. The $43,000 she spent on Amazon in a single day has become symbolic of her administration's excesses, leaving many questioning what those purchases were for. Even her attempt to implement a 100% property tax refund for residents has been met with
minutes. That's all it took for Tiffany Henyard to be out as the Democratic nominee for Thornton Township Supervisor, and she left here visibly upset.
The controversies surrounding Tiffany Henyard extend beyond finances. Her leadership has been tainted by accusations of political retaliation, with business owners claiming they were targeted for not supporting her initiatives. One local bar owner alleged their establishment was raided by police shortly after refusing to sponsor one of her events. These allegations paint a troubling picture of a leader using her authority to settle personal scores, further eroding public trust in her ability to govern.
One thing to win, but let's do it properly and let the people really have a voice. The people's voice was taken.
Despite everything, Tiffany Henyard's supporters are doubling down, insisting that her boldness is what makes her a trailblazer. She's not afraid to fight for what she believes in, even if everyone's against her, said one loyal backer. But for many others, her defiance feels more like denial. With investigations still looming and her political power dwindling, the question remains, how long can she keep fighting before her house of cards collapses entirely? Tiffany isn't going down without a fight. She's already talking about taking legal action to challenge the caucus results, claiming the process was rigged against her. She's also banking on her name recognition to carry her through a write-in campaign. One of her allies even said, "I think enough people know her name to write it in, and I believe we could still win." Confidence is one thing, but let's not forget the uphill battle she's faced.
Disrespect that you guys displayed at that mic is
Meanwhile, Tiffany Henyard's role as mayor of Dolton isn't exactly secure. Her time in office has been marked by public feuds with trustees, financial scandals, and even allegations of political retaliation. At a recent village board meeting, many residents turned their backs on her while she spoke, a clear sign of growing frustration with her leadership. It's not just the residents who are fed up. Her hand-picked police chief was recently removed from his position after a judge ruled he was unqualified. The Dolton Police Department has been without stable leadership for most of the year, and morale among officers is reportedly at an all-time low. Trustee Jason House, who is also running for mayor, didn't mince words when he said, "It is a challenge, but we are hanging in there. We are trying to give them all the support they need during this challenging time."
by 82%. Know this, I am gonna come through on a landslide just like Trump did. Know that I will be victorious.
Tiffany Henyard has made bold claims about her political future, asserting, "By 82%, know this, I am going to come through on a landslide, just like Trump did. Know that I will be victorious." However, there's a lot more at play than just confidence. Let's not forget the financial mess she's left behind. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, hired to investigate Dolton's finances, revealed the village's general fund balance plummeted from a surplus of over $5 million in 2022 to a deficit of nearly $4 million by 2024. Lightfoot's preliminary report also highlighted Henyard's use of a village credit card for personal expenses, including purchases at Target, Wayfair. No wonder residents have dubbed her the worst mayor in America. This, combined with her political turmoil, Henyard is reportedly facing eviction from her rented home after failing to pay rent for several months. Her landlord claims she and her boyfriend haven't paid since August and even changed the locks to keep the landlord out at $14.15 million. Now, to the talk. Landlord led states in the United States to ban federal employers from vacating their property. So, what's next for Tiffany Henyard? Will she be able to stage a comeback with a write-in campaign, or is this the beginning of the end for her political career? What about the ongoing investigations into her administration? Could they lead to even more trouble down the line? One thing is for sure, this story is far from over. What do you think? Can Tiffany Henyard bounce back, or is her political career officially over? And do you believe the caucus was truly unfair, or is this just another example of her refusing to take responsibility for her actions? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this unfolding drama. Stay tuned.